Welcome student to our BA third year Indian Writing in English class, and this is your second lecture of our very interesting poem The Night of Scorpion by Nissim Ezekiel. So students, Night of Scorpion is a poem by Nissim Ezekiel. It starts in a house at night where it is raining and a scorpion in order to take some shelter comes to the house. This poem is about how the scorpion stung the poet's mother and the mother's love for the children. The Night of the Scorpion is an 8 stanza poem. You will find the 8 stanzas in this poem, each stanza of which contains between 3 and 18 lines. This is one of the Ezekiel's first poem, and it was a first anthologized in collected poems 1952-1988. The poem is a free verse, meaning it does not contain any rhyming scheme, or in other words we can say you will not find the rhyming words or rhyming scheme in this poem. The theme of the Night of the Scorpion is that there are major two themes you will find after reading this poem Night of the Scorpion, and first theme is superstitious ideas. The poem reveals the superstitions that prevails in the Indian society. A large number of people gather at poet's house after coming to know that his mother is bitten by a scorpion. So this is the first major theme you will find in this poem, and however rather than taking her to hospital or caring her, they begin giving their own assumptions. Some of them says that her sins will be forgiven. Some other says that she will not suffer in after rebirth. Some other begins praying for her well-being after her death. So this is the main theme of superstition you will find in this poem. This is the one of the major theme. The second major theme of this poem is motherhood. The poem also highlights the motherly love of poet's mother. She is bitten by the scorpion and spends 24 hours in quite unbearable pain. So please listen carefully student here, that after when the scorpion bites mother, she actually spent 24 hours in a quite unbearable pain. However, after recovering, she does not blame the scorpion. Rather than she thanks the god that scorpion pick on. She says that scorpion pick on me and spare my children. So this is the greatness of mother you will find in this poem. Then now student, please see the poem here, and this is the actually fifth stanza of our poem. In the very first stanza, we find that the poem The Night of Scorpion by Nissim Ezekiel is about an incident that the poet has not forgotten in his life. It was a night when a scorpion bit his mother, and all the superstitious villagers did irrational things rather than helping her. The poem exposes the superstitions that dominates the mind of Indians, and also the motherhood of a lady who just only offer children even in the worst condition. The poem has a no rhyme scheme. It has 8 stanzas with a different number of lines in each. In the very first stanza, we find that the poet says that he remembers well that night when her mother was stung by a scorpion. The poet is of the view that a heavy rains which lasted for 10 hours made the scorpions crawl beneath a sack of rice. The last phrase shows the poet's sympathy towards the scorpion. In the second stanza also, the poet says that after beating his mother with its diabolic The scorpion went to the rain, went back. The scorpion went back to rain outside again. The poet here shows sympathy as well as anger when he talks about its bidding, and sympathetic when he talks about it's going to rain again. So in the third stanza again we come to know that how hearing about the incident, the villager rush to poet's home, and however he is not happy with them and calls them swarms of flies who buzz the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil ones. The poet then explains how the villager reached for the scorpion. According to him, the villagers began searching for scorpion, and their shadows themselves seemed to be like a giant scorpion on the mud-baked wall. So now, student, please see our stanza in this slide. This is your fifth stanza of this poem, The Night of Scorpion, and this is your lecture 2 related with this poem. So may he state still, they said, may the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight, they said. May your suffering decrease, the misfortunes of your next birth, they said. May the sum of all evil balance in this unreal world. Against the sum of good become diminished by your pain. May the poison purify your flesh of desire and your spirit of ambition. They said, and they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center, the peace of understanding on each face. Side by side, please see the hard words again here. Seen here means refrain from killing, injuring or distressing. Previous means one that just came before. Misfortune means bad luck. Unreal here means imaginary or illusory. Diminish means made smaller or less. Purify, please see the meaning here. Purify, the meaning of the purify here is remove contaminants from. Desire means to want something. So now I am explaining this paragraph. So in this paragraph, having failed in finding the scorpion, they begin giving their own interpretation to the biting of the scorpion. Some of them said that his mother's sins which she committed in her previous birth, as believed in Hinduism, have been forgiven. The other assumed that she is going to die and said that the pain that she is suffering from will decrease the troubles in her next birth. Some of others put forward that her good deeds will be balanced against her bad deed because of the bite of the scorpion. So this is the explanation of this paragraph. And next thing again, some other said that the poison will purify and refresh the flesh of desire and her spirit of ambition. All of them seem to be in a peace because of their thoughts. So now come to our next slide, please. So student, this is in this slide you will find the 7th stanza of our poem, 7 and the last 8th stanza, because I already told you that in this poem you will find the 8 stanzas. So see here, more candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects and the endless rain. My mother twisted through and through, groaning on a mat. My father, skeptic, rationalist, trying every cause and blessing, powder, mixture, herb and hybrid. And he even poured a little paraffin upon the beaten dough and put a match to it. I watched the flame feeding on my mother. I watched the holy man perform his rites to tame the poison with an incantation. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. My mother only said, "Thank God, the scorpion pick on me and spare my child." So this is a very interesting poem, and here we come to know, in the last lines we come to know the reaction of the mother after suffering a very severe pain for 24 hours, and such types of words come out from his mouth. So it is a, this line shows the greatness of mother. So again in this seventh stanza, more and more people come with candles and lanterns. His mother is, however, uh, crying and crawling on the mat with a severe pain, but nobody cares for her except for his father, who is a skeptic rationalist. He leaves no stone unturned to cure her. He uses powder, mixture, herb and hybrid to help her to recover from the pain. He even poured a little paraffin upon the beaten toe and then fires it up. The poet watches the flame of fire burning on the skin of his mother. He also watches the holy man performs his rites to tame the poison with an incantation. The phrase again refers to superstitious people of his village who believes in irrational measures to cure a person. His mother ultimately recovers from the poison after 24 hours. And in the last 8 stanza, you will find the last line is quite emotional and heart touching. So I am repeating again, the last line of this 8 stanza is full of emotion and heart touching. It reflects the motherhood of a lady. The poet says that after recovering from the poison, his mother's words were, "Thank God the scorpion pick on me and spare my children." Even such condition, his mother remains more concerned and the safety and health of her children. So in this way, we completed our whole poem, or you will find that the words used by the Nizam Ezekiel is a very simple and very easy to understand. So again, we can, in a very simple words, we can analyze this poem by saying that this poem begins at the beginning with the speaker starting the story of how his mother was stung by a scorpion, and Ezekiel does not use unnecessary phrasing or extra words. He gets right to the point, and he described how the scorpion had been driven inside by the steady rain and has decided to hide beneath a sack of rice. The first stanza is only for 4 lines, or this shows the choice of Nizam Ezekiel that makes to urge the story forward. Then in the second stanza proceeds in the same way, but this time was only the 3 lines. And in this stanza, Ezekiel describes the action of the scorpion. He portrays the creature as being purposefully diabolical, a thought that will directly relate to the beliefs and actions of those that attain the speaker's mother. The scorpion moves quickly before anyone can do anything with his poison and runs back outside to reach the weather again. Throughout the piece, Ezekiel makes a number of language choices that continue to reference the movements and the parts of different insects. These descriptors are very prevalent in the third stanza. He describes the action of the peasants as being like a swarms of flies. They buzz God's name in a hope to paralyze the evil one. The image that Ezekiel creates here is clear. The reader can easily visualize a swarm of people coming down on the speaker's mother, all with good intention, but perhaps so numerous that no one can do anything that would help. They are all devoted to the same purpose, praying in the hope of saving the mother. They believe that she has been inflicted by evil one or the devil and pray in an effort to drive out. The fourth stanza contains 7 lines and describes the hunt that the peasants embark on in an effort to find the scorpion. They search with both candles and lanterns, which throw shadows on the wall in the shape of scorpion. This image of the scorpion still begin in the room, helps set at the scene for the next line as the peasants struggle to help the mother. The shadow is a representative of their primitive fears, that something evil is lurking just whether they cannot see it. The fourth stanza continues, and search for the scorpion has failed. They do not know as the reader does, and the scorpion fled the house at the beginning of the poem, and the reader in the position above those in the poem or greater the knowledge of the situation than those experiencing it. So in this way, here I want to highlight the last lines from this poem related with mother, we can say. That whilst one again the scorpion is spoken about as if it to choose to kill the mother's dedication and pure love for her children bridges the gap between the characters in the poem and any reader. All can empathize with love felt for a child, mother or father. This woman, although distant, living in a different time and place, is just as a human and real as anyone reading the poem. So in this way, we completed our whole poem. So please, student, go through the difficult words. Twisted here means forced out of its natural or proper shape. Crumbled, groaning here means denoting a deep inarticulate sound conveying pain, despair, pleasure, etc. Skeptic means a person inclined to question or doubt accepted opinions. Rationalist here means based on reason and knowledge rather than on religious belief or emotional response. Hybrid means a thing made by combining two different elements. Paraffin is a strong smelling liquid which is used as a fuel in a heaters, lamp and engines. Rites mean religious or the solemn ceremony or act. Incantation here means a series of words said as a magic spell or charm. Spare here means to forbear, to destroy, punish or harm. So these are all the major hard words. Please go through it. So in this way we completed our poem The Night of Scorpion by Nissim Ezekiel. Thank you.